What's going on, guys? My name is Jesus. I'm a friend of the Buffalo Gamer. I'm going to show you my setup in my game room. This is my comic wall. Keep them all. Not too up to date. Only buy the stuff I really like. Ninja Turtles. I like horror. Tomb Raider. Mad Max. Batman. Really into mainly the Turtles. That's what got me into it. But all the other stuff I'm just kind of like getting into. Over here I got my PS4, my Wii U. It's a headset for my PS4. A few comics down there, books, strategy guides. This main TV is where I wouldn't say most of my gaming, but all my modern gaming. Besides the Retron's hooked up to there too. I get the PS3 that plays 1, 2, and 3, the old model. I got the Retron that plays all my old cart-based systems, Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, Famicom, Genesis, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, all the things that Retron does. This TV is mainly for all the main stuff, PS4, the Wii U. Over here is where I play most of my retro things. This is all hooked up to this TV. The PS2, the Dreamcast down here on the left, the GameCube up here, and right here is where I switch it all. Whatever system I'm playing, I just press, and it comes on the TV. And now, I'll give you guys a better look at how I store all this stuff. Alright guys, I'm going to show you how I play all my old school games. All like the handheld stuff. I've got this drawer pretty much holds my Game Boy Advance stuff and Game Boy Color. I really don't have that many Game Boy Color games, but this is what I use. I'm going to show you guys something real cool. I'll probably make a video about it later, how we restored this. So at a pawn shop, they were selling these beat up, like $20 or so. And they're the Game Boy SP. This model has the double light, so it's way better than the original model. So what I did was I went online, and for 15 bucks I got a whole case. Pretty much what this is. This used to look like this. And I would say an hour later, Buffalo Gamer was able to restore it to this. I want to do this one, or just, I don't know, I've been busy, I keep forgetting about it, but definitely a good side project. You can find a beat up one, get the housing unit on eBay, and you'll get a brand new one. Really, I would say maybe an hour or two your first time, and you can start shooting them out an hour at a time. But to play all my Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color games, what I use is my Game Boy player for the GameCube. This thing's awesome. Kicks it out. Got a game in there right now. Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, my girlfriend was probably playing it. This is perfect though. Wavebird controller for it. What you need is the bottom of this is the Game Boy player. This is actually the startup disc. I won't play without it. But it's good because I could take a game like Pokemon, take it with me, or Final Fantasy, or any game really. Play it at work, play it when I'm at the bus stop, or play it when I'm on a lunch break or whatever. Then keep playing it when I get home on the big screen TV. It's all hooked up to here. It looks great. Got a 3DS as well. I keep all my games over here behind these amiibos. This is where I store them all. Some over here too behind these strategy guides. Got a few loose ones that I don't have the cases for, unfortunately. I mean, I don't mind not having the cases, but for these two, I definitely do. Blue Dragon, I wish I could find the cases for these. But I'm into mainly RPGs and just more 2D, like side-scrolling or platform games. Got a few strategy guides up here, too, to go mostly with the Pokemon games. So if I ever go back to them, or one day I have kids or nieces and nephews, they could just borrow it and play it. Down here, my favorite systems, PlayStation Portables. Kind of sucks that they don't really get, they're not doing as well as the 3DS, because I do think it's the better system. It's just not working out for them, I guess. But These cases right here is where I store all my games, and they're so convenient. They fit under like a desk, a basic desk. You could just put so much in them, and they're only like 10 or 15 bucks at like a Walmart or something. But Vita games are down here. All my PSP, PlayStation Portable type games. I think that's it for portables. Next, I'll show you guys all my old school carts. These things are just great for keeping games. These are just GameCube controllers, especially since they started remaking them. You can't go wrong with these. I would buy at least 2 or 3 of them. Good for Smash Brothers on the Wii U, or just playing the GameCube, Mario Party, or whatever. Well, as you can see, these cases are great. Got my 2 extra Super Nintendo controllers, all the Super Nintendo games that I really play. I don't have a lot, but I'm not going to show you guys every game. All the games I do have are games you want to play, and all games that I played when I was a kid. So it's awesome. It's like, I love just popping one of these in and just bringing back memories. It's awesome. Now Sega, I keep them down here, but same thing. I have more Sega games than I do Super Nintendo. I actually like the Super Nintendo a lot better, but for whatever reason, I just happened to get a lot of Sega games. I bought a collection about, I'd say a year or 2 ago, and it came with a lot of stuff. It was about $300. I got the majority of these old school games. Over here I got a regular Nintendo, I'm sorry. Again, these things are great. I hold all my games and extra controllers. These are actually not original, but these are like the clone ones or replicas, whatever you want to call them. I prefer a brand new one of these over a used official one any day. But again, regular Nintendo, I don't really have much. I mean, I guess that is a lot of games, but all the games I have are great. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out!, Kid Icarus, Super C, Techno Super Bowl, Dr. Mario, all 3 Castlevanias, Super Off-Road. This is the best game on the system. Well, not really, but one of my favorites. I used to go to this drive-in, and they had it on a, what do you call those arcade machines? Man, I'd probably spend $10 at the drive-in just playing that game, trying to win the race. Bomberman, Ghouls and Ghouls, a lot of good games. But again, what I used to store in my collection are these for sure. Especially my old stuff. It keeps it dust-free too. You don't have to worry about games getting dusty. It's my 3DS. All my Wii U and Wii stuff. I actually don't have a lot of Wii games, but I have a lot of Wii U games. The Wii really didn't have too many games. Got like Bravely Default, but this again, great. But all the games I do have, as you can see, very good games. Maybe we'll do this video about the actual individual games, maybe one collection at a time, but too much to show. Not for this video anyways, this video is mainly about the setup. PS2 games, just picked this up today. Oh man, check this out guys. Mint. I don't think there's a fingerprint on it, but it's awesome. Paid 18 bucks for it. So before I was showing you guys this thing right here, and this is awesome. I have my Dreamcast, Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, or not Super Nintendo, what am I talking about? Dreamcast, GameCube, PS2, all hooked up right here. These are the 3. And I actually have them into a converter that's an HDMI converter. So all the games are being output on this HD TV up here, which is great, and I'll show you. There's also, I have everything plugged into a Monster Energy cable, so I can't turn this PS2 on. There's no power being drawn. I mean, it probably only saves me like $100 a year, but I mean, it's still money being saved. So I'll give you guys a little example. When I turn the TV on, then it feeds power and it turns on. So all my systems are hooked up like that. If the TV's not on, it's not being drawn. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how this switcher works. Got all three systems on right now, one TV, one outlet until all connected. Dreamcast, PS2, and GameCube. So right now it's on the PS2. All I have to do is switch it. There's the GameCube. Switch it again, Dreamcast. I've got three extra slots. I theoretically could hook up 2 more systems, but right now that's all I have hooked up. I want to get a original Xbox and modify it so I could put like all the like the old games, like the Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, and just have them all emulated off there. Probably fit it right over here, but that'll probably be what I do next, so then I don't have to leave this at all to play any retro games. Everything's just hooked up right here. Let me turn these on. Also, I'm really big on portable games because I'm just so busy right now. I train MMA. I work ridiculous hours. Not really ridiculous, but it's far away, plus the actual shift. It just takes up my whole day. So I like playing my games just not on my TV, because when I'm away I can't get to them. I can't play it. So I prefer games you can play not only just on the go, but also on the TV. That's why I'm big on this Game Boy player, and I have a lot of games for the Game Boy Advance, and also over here I actually just picked this up. I'll show you guys this. PlayStation Vita TV. Or that, I don't know, I think it's called PS TV or PlayStation Vita TV, I'm not sure, but I'll show you guys this. Basically RPGs, like I played the Sky, I played the Z series as well, and you could also download from the PS Network any PlayStation 1, not any, but a lot of PlayStation 1 titles and a lot of PS2 titles, and they go right to here, so that's really good. Not only can I play them on the TV, but I could take them with me on the go. So it's just really good. I think it's this one. And I have it hooked up to a PS4 controller. I don't have the memory card hooked up. That's why it has all my games on it. But you just put the memory card in the back, games go on the side, and you're playing. Memory card goes here. Games go right here. Also, to this TV, I do have my Retron set up, but I have it split up on a divider. So this Retron and this PS3 can be played on both TVs, and simultaneously at the same time. So that helps me if I'm playing a game by myself, like an RPG or just any game single player, I can sit right here. If I'm playing it on the bigger TV, and besides the older ones, as you can see, the old controllers, they had cords, so you really want a lot more room. I got a couch right here, I got the moon chair, I've got a table over here. I mean, it's not the biggest game room, but it's big enough. I would say four people comfortably. But the cables, once it's plugged in, reaches anywhere in the room, so it's awesome. Plus you can pull this out a little bit. But that's pretty much it. That's my setup. That's how I spend pretty much all my free time when I'm home is in this room. PS4 is hooked up so I can watch YouTube while I'm playing, background music. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Also want to give out a shout out to a new YouTuber who's making waves. It's going to be a big thing. Jim the Retro Gamer. If you guys don't know him, he should be a suggested view on Joe's channel. Without that, peace. That's it.